Good morning. It's May 7th, 2023, and I am in the beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, taking on the Pittsburgh Half Marathon. It's about 6:30 right now. I'm going to head to the corrals, but hopefully my outfit is visible enough for Michelle at the finish line. Let's do this! See you at the starting line.
That's so much fun out there. You got this. You got this, Jen. Yes, exactly. This is why I love Corral C, man. You guys have the best attitude. Way to go, everybody. Doing your time. Love this guy right now with the Italian wristbands. I love it. Way to go, Lily. Fist pumping. Hand up in the air. Good luck.
Let's go! Pittsburgh Marathon, you sure brought the energy this morning. It was an awesome start to the race. Lots of cheering, lots of support from the runners, and the streets that were lined with support. This race was really special to me because it was run in memory of my friend Bob Nist, who lived in Pittsburgh. He was my manager, he was my friend. It's more like a fatherly figure to me, so I really wanted to go out and do a nice, easy run thinking about him and dedicating this race in his honor. The temperature was a little bit warmer than I had anticipated. It was in the 60s and pretty humid, so my goal was just to go out, do a nice easy run, take care of myself, knowing I had a shoulder injury that had flared up, and it started off really well from the beginning. The sky was beautiful, the runners were just having a great time, and this was a wonderful race to get to be able to participate in on this journey of running in each of the 50 states. And I have to say, one of my favorite parts coming up is running across all the bridges. The half marathon had 3 water crossings that we were able to go through, and so I definitely enjoyed getting to run through all these beautiful bridges in Pittsburgh. I had a few special moments along the race, especially in thinking of Bob. He loved the Pirates, so running by the stadium, had a few moments of thinking about him and how much he liked to talk about baseball with the folks when he would come to Dublin to talk to all of us. So getting to think about him for a moment while running by the stadiums was very special. This section here is also where the wheels started to fall off a little bit for me. My shoulder injury really started to flare up at mile 5, and so I definitely had to slow down and rethink of what my process was going to be to push through this race. While I wanted to quit a couple of times, I had to remember my why, such as running by the stadium here. Again, it was for Bob, it was for celebrating my sobriety to run in each of the 50 states, and so I just had to dig deep and think about the reason I was there to help me keep pushing through the tough conditions that were out there. One of the things I love about running in the running community is how supportive they are. So as I was approaching mile 7 coming up, there was actually a group of guys that were running that started yelling, "Go Bob, let's go Bob." And it made me think of my friend and my reason why I was out there. So that helped me push further to get to the finish line. Those guys actually ended up next to Michelle at the finish line, and they all started cheering for me at the end, knowing that I was struggling through this race. So it was really cool for all those folks to come together and to support each other, and to support me. So I really appreciated that at the finish line. Because this race was so hard, I did not get as much footage as I would have wanted to record, and I just had to focus on getting one foot in front of the other. And as a result, I was able to complete this race, get my medal, and coming up to the finish line was one of the best moments because I was physically ready just to be done. It was a hard race. Right, Pittsburgh is done. That one was pretty difficult. Dealing with the shoulder injury all week, and it started flaring up around mile 5, so I had to adjust my pace down. Then around mile 12, there was a runner who looked like he was passed out, and everybody just kept running by him, so I stopped, ran up to get a medic for him. It was crazy, so it was a little bit of an adrenaline rush right at the end, but got it done. Not my fastest time, but happy to run this one for myself, also for my friend Bob. So it's a good race. Glad it's done. Hands down, this is probably one of my favorite expos I've been to. Awesome support, lots of vendors. It was exciting to see my friend Michael from Outrunners at the starting line of the race. A great photo that Michelle took of me, and I just appreciate her support of my journey. And lastly, again, this was for you, Bob. We love you, miss you, and this was for you.